So in today's video, we're going to talk about men developing powerful relationships with other men in community. You see, men have lost that today. Men today, a lot of men today, especially nice guys, they don't want to be like their dads. They don't want to be like other men. Men are assholes. Men are this. They want to be nice guys. They want to be good to women. And so what they start doing is rejecting the masculine. I did this, and I can't tell you how many clients I've run into that have done this, where they see the masculine as bad, and I'm going to be different than other men. What they end up doing is kind of isolating themselves from most men. And if they do have male friends, that's kind of superficial. They don't go deep, and they don't have that real bond of deep masculine energy with these guys. And that's a huge problem, because these nice guys start to get really enmeshed with the women they're dating. They start to get really codependent with the women they're dating. And the main reason for that is because the women they're dating is their sole source of connection, feeling good with another human being, feeling connected to somebody else. And the closer you get to the woman, and the scarier it is when you lose her validation, when you lose her connection, when she doesn't validate you. And they tend to have a lot of female friends too, because they get their validation from the female friends. Then they fall in love with these women, but because they don't have access to their masculinity, none of these women get attracted to them. So the nice guys are typically pretty miserable, and women don't get attracted to them. They don't have a lot of male friends to really bond with and develop their masculinity, and their lives tend to not quite work well. And this is from personal experiences, from watching tons of clients. This is really talked about well in the book No More Mr. Nice Guy by Robert Glover too, who I'm going to get an interview on here at some point. So one of the things that's really important that men need to do, especially men in this situation, is start to develop deeper relationships with other men, bond, go on trips with them, go spend time with them, and really develop this sense of connectivity and intimacy with other men. And I mean like a masculine connected intimacy. Think about community in a village, say 1,000 years ago, or however long, maybe any village, let's say a tribe or a village where men had community. And they always had this space where men got together with men and women got together with women. And that was really important, because the men were developing their sense of masculinity, they were developing a bond, they were learning to call each other on their shit, they were learning to ground each other. When one man was having an issue with something, the other man could be there and they could call him and be solid with him. And that makes them more powerful men for their women. Men that have strong bonds with other men, have community with other men, tend to do much, much, much better with women. Women respect them more, they appreciate them more. They get more attracted to them. I mean, picture high school. Picture the guys on the football team and the bond and the community and the connection these guys had. And those are typically the guys that a lot of the really attractive women in high school really want. They're the women that really get attracted to, or a lot of women in general. I don't even mean attractive women. I mean women in general get attracted to these guys because they know how to be men. They don't apologize for being men. They enjoy being men, being masculine, being male. And so I'm going to invite you to start developing community in your life with other men. Here at Fearless, it's a major part of the work we do. If you come into a program here, you not only bond with the other guys, I mean the guys here bond tightly and they become really good friends, usually lifelong friends, but they also go into our secret Facebook page where they become part of a community where there's about 160, 70, I don't know how many people in there right now, but that page is going off every day with events, snowboarding trips, scuba diving trips, skydiving trips, just guys going to hang out, let's go do this, I have this challenge, I have that problem, check out this article about men, about women, and they're all sharing, communicating every day and traveling together, doing stuff. And this develops their sense of personal power as a man. And so you don't need women all the time. You don't have to get your validation from a woman. So that if you are standing in front of her one day and there's something going wrong and she gets mad at you, she's not your sole source of validation, and you don't freak out and go into this nice guy syndrome worried that you're going to lose that. Because if you lose that one connection, that's it, right? That's what it feels like for some nice guys. Because you got a whole group of guys that'll say, man up, be a man, tell her no, because you don't want to do that. Because the nice guys will often never say no to the things they don't want to do. They just say yes just to make the girl happy. and she loses respect for you because of that. So develop these relationships. Get out there right now. Find communities of men to bond with. Maybe it could be joining a martial arts community with a bunch of strong masculine guys. It could be, joining any type of group or community where you can connect with men. You can look through meetups. You could join a sports team. You could join some type of league. You could join a fantasy football team. Any place you can connect with men. You can even pull a group of guys together, like we do every week here at Fearless. We get together and we call each other on our shit. We talk, we commune as men. So I want to invite you into this world and invite you to start right away. And even if you don't think you need it, and try it anyways for a little bit. And notice what it feels like to have those deep bonds, how much more confident and happy you become, how much more successful you become. Because if the men that you invite in are solid guys, they're not going to let you get away with being half-assed. They're not going to let you get away with your bullshit. And that's what being in community with men is about. And in that, you start to build your masculine. And the woman in your life or women in your life really start to feel this powerful man showing up for them. Because you're not learning to say no to them because you don't care. You're learning to say no to them because you do care. You're not learning to say, I want to do this because it's different than what she wants to do because you don't care. You're learning to say that because you do care, because you want to be honest with her. You want to be real with her. You want to be solid with her. And so you need that develop of your masculine, your grounding skills, your containing skills. So she feels like she has a solid man at her side. She knows that he's going to tell her the truth. He's going to be real with her. And that's what this does. It helps to develop that part of yourself. So with that said, I want to hear what you do, what you're doing to develop your community in this area. Are you doing it currently? Do you need to start it? How are you going to start it? And I want to invite you into putting the comments in the comments section about what you're doing and starting to develop that out. At Fearless, we currently have a membership site, and as that membership site is getting developed out, we're going to be putting places in there for you to start to developing a community through that. But it's really important that you get one-on-one time hanging out with these guys. So again, I want to hear in the comments what you're doing to develop community and what it's like for you and how it's helping you and how you're growing from that. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Make sure you check out our live events because I'd love to meet you live and talk in person. And with all that said, remember, only the confident really live. I'll see you in the next video. When you're taking control of your mind, that you pick a goal, especially if you're a guy, because guys, the masculine energy really loves to focus on one thing at a time. And when we focus on one thing at a time, I spent 4 years with one teacher, a great teacher, who showed me through a lot of high-def video review of me and other students in the room how much your subcommunication is affecting everybody in the room. Also the way you appear when they're looking at you, even when you're